underway. You can kill my mind for flow, flow, flow. Hold me till I scream forever. And wash me over until my will runs dry. Send all your sins all over me, baby, baby, baby.
What up, Buzz Gang? And we're back with another video.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so we're gonna jump right on into it. We are introducing a new segment on our channel. It's called Real Talk Tuesday. That's when we just come to y'all with some real shit. And that's just that on that. So for episode 1 of Real Talk Tuesdays, we picked a topic that we think a lot of people could, benefit from, relate to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. Episode 1 is the keys to a successful relationship, or what do you think sustains a successful relationship? If you agree with anything we say, leave it in the comments. If you got anything to add, leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. We are on the road to 1,000 subbies. You know what I'm talking about?
Run us up.
And we're going to do another cash giveaway. So get these views up. Get all our last videos past 100 views. I want to see them past 100. I want to see new subscribers. And then we're going to give y'all, you know what I'm saying, a new cash giveaway. Bigger cash prizes and a gift prize. So don't sleep on that.
So, what's your thing?
I'm going to let you talk first, sweetheart.
No, you go.
You don't want to go first?
Go!
All right. So something I would say is the right form of communication, not just communication.
She took mine first when I should have went first.
Because I want to say it took us, we're coming up on year 5 of being together. I want to say it took us our first 3 years to really learn how to communicate with one another. Would you say the same thing, time frame wise?
First 3 years. Yeah.
I feel like that's when we really got stronger in our communication. Learning how to communicate with each other without hurting each other. Trying to communicate what we feel healthily.
Absolutely.
So
more so coming from not a defensive place, but like telling your point of view and actually realizing that it's okay for y'all not to agree.
And that's a big thing in communication. You feel like if you don't agree, then it's got to be a fight. It got to be a blowout. Right. It got to be such a big thing. It doesn't have to be. You know how many of our conversations ends in like, I understand you feel that way. I respect that and I see that. And we just got to agree to disagree because I have a different opinion.
Yeah.
And then you love on each other.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to let it, you know what I'm saying, upset the whole mood, the whole day.
Or just fester. I feel like a lot of people let things like get to them so long to where, well, we call it like bottling.
Yeah.
So one little small thing means everything is wrong, and you really can't communicate effectively. We're gonna go with that. You can't communicate effectively in order for your partner to really like get an understanding of where you coming from, because even if they don't agree, they can still understand. Like, okay, absolutely. I can understand how you took it that way. I can understand how you seen it, how that in that way, but that wasn't how I meant it, or maybe it was. And you still got to be a big girl or a big boy enough to stand in that emotion of,
and don't let it disrupt your whole day, plan, whatever. Like, don't keep a disruption of communication for a long time, because that could lead to other feelings, and feelings that are not necessarily true. But because you let your mind run with it, or at least I did, you know what I'm saying? I would try to place feelings on her that weren't her feelings. So you gotta understand.
Yeah.
So now it's like we don't let arguments like go past a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? It used to be she could stay mad for the whole day. You know what I'm saying? She upstairs, I'm downstairs. We just not communicating. Mm-hmm. And so now if we have a disagreement or a little spat or an argument, whatever, because we are still human, we come back together quicker, I'll say. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe she'll only need 15 to 20 minutes now and she's ready to talk to me and I'm ready to receive it. Like, so.
And also I feel like we need to realize that you are able to give your person space. Like, sometimes whatever the issue is, it can't be communicated or talked about in that moment. Like, you got to be able to be willing to like walk away with your hurt feelings and then come back at a mutual time to actually be able to hash out whatever the issue is.
And that's one thing I had to learn, because I'm the type of person to where I just want to talk about it right now. I want to resolve it right now. Yeah. And that's when knowing your partner's communication and love language comes into play, because she's not that type of person. She wants space to get her thoughts together, to recollect herself, to figure out what she's upset at and how to convey that to me. So
I mean, and not only just to know how to convey what I'm angry about, but also you never want to say anything in a moment, because I have always said from the beginning, say what you mean and mean what you say. And sometimes in anger and that sprat, you say a lot of shit that you really do not mean. And as much as they like to say only sticks and stones, words hurt people too. And that's something that you hold on to. Like, I could get over a black eye, I could get over a scratch, I could get over a bump, a lump, a bruise, but things replay in a person's mind that you have said, and you be like, I really didn't mean that. So I really did have to teach her that, I don't want to talk about it, and it's not that I'm avoiding a situation or the argument, debate. We like to say we don't argue, we have debates. Yeah. And I think that's a good thing too. Like, don't say that everything is an argument. Yeah. We having a disagreement, it's a debate.
Right.
May the best woman win.
Which I'm never really good at that. So it just ends so, okay, baby, okay.
No, she's she the judge, the jury, and the bailiff.
But sometimes I am
be forgetting shit. She'll be, don't get me wrong, I be mad at stuff for a long time, but she'll remember the whole conversation. I'm like, I don't even remember that. Like, okay. If that's how you remember it, I don't even argue about what was remembered. I more so come from a portion of what I meant.
So just to touch on another thing Baby said too, taking a break when you are upset has been essential for us. Yeah. Because that stops you from saying things you don't mean or escalating arguments and disagreements and stuff like that.
And you know what else is good with that? Knowing your person's triggers. Yeah. It's not even sometimes it don't even be about what you have done, what you have said. It could be something in the past, and it don't even have to be ex-lover related. It could be family. People have all type of triggers and baggage that they bring into a relationship, and you got to know how to love on your person from where they are in that moment.
And then you find out, when you do take that break, that certain things aren't as big as you thought they were. Yeah. Most of the time we'll come back, and after we take that break, we're not even upset. So that's definitely a thing. And one thing that I'm going to say, I'm going to be real with y'all. Okay, so I'm going to say forgiveness. Because while I don't cheat, I don't intentionally hurt her, I'm not violent or anything like that, I require a lot of forgiveness, because I have said things I didn't mean, and that was consistent when I would get upset and when I get mad. So, you know what I'm saying, and I would have to apologize and own up to that. And accountability, that's a big thing. So, absolutely, and it was her choice whether she forgave me or not. She didn't have to.
Accountability is a whole nother hunch, because I feel like people are it's like
I'm not done with forgiveness.
Okay, go ahead with your forgiveness.
But and then also in tune to how I said, I don't cheat, I don't do nothing like that, but I do have downfalls to me. I'm not perfect. I deal with mental health, so I feel like that part of my life required a lot of forgiveness as well. Because she chose to stay, she didn't have to. So, you know what I'm saying? She forgave all my shortcomings and things of that nature when it came to mental health, and she pushed me to get help and to get therapy and to heal. So, you know what I'm saying, I'm fortunate enough to have that, because a lot of people wouldn't and don't. So just want to speak on that.
Now back to what I was saying about accountability. It's a lot of grown children out here, and that's the correct way to put it, because everybody loves to play the blame game, and that is something that you really cannot do in a relationship, because we all have to be accountable for our actions. And although you aren't in control of how somebody else can feel, everybody is in control of their own emotions, but you also have to know that you play a part in a way that you can make a person feel, or the way that somebody may take something. So accountability definitely is a big one, and a lot of people need to learn how to apologize even when you feel like you aren't wrong. Let's go with that, because right or wrong, it was a big thing in our relationship. We always, well, she used to argue me like, how am I always wrong? And I'm like, you not understanding, just because I'm disagreeing with you, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but that's not the way that I said it, or I meant it, or you know. So it's not a right or wrong thing, because I can't combat what it is of how you felt, you know.
And don't look at like apologizing as a weakness, or like saying that like a right or wrong thing. As she said, sometimes look at it as you're apologizing that the situation got here, and you're sorry for how they feel, and you acknowledge and respect that you want to resolve this. Like that's sometimes where you have to put that.
And that doesn't take away from the outcome. You know, you could absolutely be, you know, quote unquote right, and you still apologize, because it's like, I love you at the end of the day. Like, and that outweighs whatever the situation that we're debating about, you know. And I will, like, she had her moment of truthness. I still struggle with apologizing. It could be a little pinch of arrogance in there, because I feel like everything that I do, I operate out of love. I'm not a hateful person or anything like that, and I feel like people should know my character, especially for the close knits of the people that I do be around. So if I don't feel like I'm wrong, I have not apologized a few times. And now, like, as I'm getting older, I find it's easier to just be like, you know, I apologize, my bad, or, you know, I'm sorry. However it conveys when I'm talking to whomever I'm talking to, just to like let it pass, because
you're not really bad
I don't be wanting to be mad no more. I said that, like, this year I really was just like, you know what, I don't even want to argue. Like, I don't want to argue with nobody. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I don't, I don't. And that's just that, like.
And I'm gonna say, so another key essential in a long-lasting relationship, or sustaining a powerful and healthy relationship, I'm gonna say boundaries. Like, you have to know your boundaries. You have to have your boundaries. I feel like certain things don't come into our relationship because it's a boundary set. Like, for us, we both, like, a deal breaker was cheating. You cheat on me once, I'm gone. I'm not staying here. I'm not working it out. I'm not doing none of that. So that's why cheating isn't a part of our relationship. We know that would end us. So is that worth it, or is what we have worth it? Like, it's just certain things like that. Like, boundaries prevent you from going and being in situations that you just don't desire to be in. Like, it keeps you operating out of love and not nothing else. So
definitely that. Boundaries really is a big one, because I feel like people rush into a lot of their relationships and they just like, I want to keep you in my life. So they set no grounds, they set no boundaries, and then they let people like walk all over them, or they like, well, you accepted it in the beginning, but we not at the beginning no more. You gotta accept me for where I am right now. But I do understand where people be coming from when they say, well, you didn't say this, or you didn't say you didn't like this, or you didn't want to do this, and now that they are, it's a whole turnover with that person. So now it's a boundary for them that you have crossed over. I don't want you anymore because I thought that's what you wanted me to do, or that's what you was going to accept. And now that they've changed, and people don't accept change. That's a good one. So you have to be willing to grow with your person.
Yeah,
that's
growth
really what it is.
Essential.
So yes, it might start off as a boundary, but we're essentially growing together, and we all ultimately have to know that every day that we wake up with our new 24 hours in our day, I'm not gonna be the same person that I was yesterday.
Yeah.
So.
And you gotta accept your person for where they are, where they're going, like where they're.
And if you're not gonna grow with them, you need to be woman or man enough to say, you know what,
Yeah.
this does not serve me anymore.
Right.
And that doesn't make them a bad person, nor you a bad person for somebody to not serve. They have served their purpose in your life. We just gonna say that. Time is up.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence, and I'm not gonna waste any more time on or with somebody just because of a history. And that's what I feel like a lot of people get tied up on. Oh, we had history together. We got years. You could get that same thing or that same feeling. We've seen so many posts. You could be with somebody for 2 years and get that same feeling from somebody in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Time is of the essence.
Like, we wouldn't make it to 5 years if we weren't truly happy with each other. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, and you also gotta be willing to know that whoever your person is not gonna be perfect. It's stuff that you're not going to accept. Like we said, cheating is our deal breaker, lying, things of that nature. But
violence, DVs, shit like that.
But you also gotta know. You just made me lose my thought. DVs. Why are we talking about domestic violence?
Because some people, they like literally bash each other's heads in and still be together. Like, that's a deal breaker.
True. That is true.
I
did say
you're
that.
You're not going to accept violence in your relationship.
Got together, I said I don't desire to fight,
and
that is something. So okay, so I get you. She tied it back in because at first I'm like, hold on, what are we talking about?
So just I remember everything you tell me.
Yes, so I mean, honestly, your relationship, we gonna end it like this. Your relationship don't have to make sense to nobody but you and yours.
And you gotta be willing to do the work. Mm-hmm. Like when she challenged me and wanted me to heal and get better, you know what I'm saying? I had to be ready for that. I had to commit and to wanting to change, to wanting to do the work, to wanting to be a healthy person, and to know that mental health and what I've been through and came from don't define me.
Yep.
So, like, you got to be willing to put the work in all aspects. And, you know what I'm saying? And she was too. Like, she went to therapy to work on her attitude. That was a big thing to me because I've known her all my life. And all my life, she never gave a fuck. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain steps that she has taken that has shown me, like, the growth in her as a woman and as my partner and as my best friend. So, you know what I'm saying? I see that and I recognize that and I love that. But, and then also in tune too, I want to say one more thing. What I'm about to say, What you about to say? I had it and I lost it. Let me think. What I'm about to say. Dang, guys. I don't know. Maybe that's for another video then. Maybe it wasn't meant.
So end it with your question. What's the segment?
Oh, so how to sustain and have a healthy relationship and how to have a long-lasting relationship. Those are just some of the things that has helped us, you know what I'm saying, along the way, and that what we practice. So we practice healthy communication.
Setting boundaries.
We practice loving on each other through anger.
Accountability.
Yeah. Debates over arguments.
Yeah. And
taking
apologizing
breaks.
Even when, just whenever. Apologize.
And accountability, because nobody wants to deal with somebody who never owns up. So that's just that. And you gotta know your partner. And what I was about to say, you gotta actually like the person you with.
Yes, there's so many people who out here just for personal gain, just being with people, and that is just so weird
for different reasons, for just looks or money or because they need them or whatever the case may be. But you gotta actually like the person you with. Like, I love the person she is. Stop being with people for
a meal ticket and be with them absolutely because of their soul, their being, and their vulnerability with you.
Yeah.
So, yes, that is our wrap up of our what segment?
Real Talk Tuesdays, episode 1, brought to you by Jazz and Monet, the fucking Buzz Life. You know what the fuck going on.
As y'all see behind us, don't forget to shop Black Mentality.
Visit our website, www.blackmentalityclothing.com. We got a spring St. Patrick's Day sale going on right now, which is 10% off for all women's collections and t-shirts, and you use code LUCKY10. So visit our website, shop with us, check out our jogging suits because they are fire and we still in jogging suit season. You know what I'm saying? Support the brand and make sure you subscribe before you click off this video.
We're on the road to 1,000 subbies.
Help us get
us there.
Period.
Buzz out.